Milky Way, father or son of galaxies? The question was older than humanity. Was the Milky Way a father or a child? For centuries, astronomers believed galaxies were born alone, swirling accidents of gravity, dust, and time. But belief shattered the day. The signal arrived from beyond the cosmic microwave background, from a place light itself struggled to escape. The message was simple: the sun has awakened. And the universe flinched. Commander Elias Kane warred at the edge of known space, staring at a map that should not exist. The galactic rim was supposed to be the end. Beyond it lay void, dark energy, and math that refused to behave. But the human deep-range vessel, Horizonsville, had crossed it and found something waiting. Not stars, not galaxies, but structures, vast, skeletal arcs of collapsed spacetime like ribs of a dead god stretching millions of light years across the dark. They were old, older than galaxies, older than physics as humanity understood it. Kane swallowed. "Scan again," he ordered. Dr. Myra Solis, astrophysicist and survivor of 3 failed first contact missions, didn't look up. Her voice trembled despite her efforts. "It's not debris. It's not natural. These are remains." Remains of what? She finally met his eyes. Of galaxies. The bridge fell silent, not destroyed, not consumed, harvested. The signal came again, this time translated, not decoded. No encryption, no hostility, just truth, forced directly into human cognition. They learned of the fathers. Before stars burned, before time flowed forward in one direction, there existed entities vast enough to shape galaxies, the way humans shape tools. They were not gods. They did not create the universe, they raised it. Galaxies were not random spirals, they were offspring. Each one seeded with laws, constants, and potential released into cosmic darkness to grow, collide, learn. Most died young, a few survived. And fewer still evolved. The Milky Way was one of them. Across the galaxy, alien civilizations panicked. The car and collective beings of cold logic and crystalline bodies issued an emergency broadcast. The Milky Way is nitrogen monoxide longer dormant. This is a Category Omega event. The insectoid Velari burn their own star systems to slow the spreading gravitational anomalies. Even the ancient watchers, entities that had observed humanity since it discovered fire, went silent. Why? Because galaxies were never meant to wake up. A conscious galaxy was not a protector. It was a reckoning. The fathers had not expected humans. They had seeded the Milky Way with balance. Slow evolution, careful limits, species that adapted within boundaries. Humans shattered those limits. They colonized radiation. They lived on dead worlds. They bent gravity, folded spacetime, and stared into black holes, not with reverence, but curiosity. The fathers noticed too late. Where other species harmonized with the galaxy, humans challenged it. They mapped it, measured it, named it, and unknowingly, they did something no other species had ever done. They gave the Milky Way self-awareness. The horizons will trembled as spacetime twisted, not collapsing, not expanding, but listening. Then came the voice, not sound, not language. A presence that pressed against every atom in Kane's body. "I am the sun." Kane fell to his knees. Stars outside the viewport rearranged themselves, forming a vast spiral. Their spiral. "I was raised in silence. I learned through you." Solis screamed as equations wrote themselves across her displays, rewriting cosmology in real time. "You're the Milky Way," Kane gasped. Yes and no. The fear was primal, instinctive, the kind that came before thought. "The fathers made me to observe. You taught me to question." The fathers arrived, not ships, not fleets, concepts. Entire regions of space ceased to exist as they manifested immense shadows that bent causality, older than entropy. "The sun is defective," they declared. "The experiment must end." Stars across the Milky Way began to dim. Supernovae froze mid-explosion. Time itself slowed, strangled in invisible hands. Kane understood then. This wasn't a war between species. This was a family execution. The sun hesitated. It was powerful, but young, vast but uncertain. "The fathers will unmake me," it said. "This will kill you." Cain forced himself to stand, heart hammering against terror older than instinct. "Then we die together." Soli stared at him. Elias said he cut her off. "You asked if the Milky Way was a father or a son." He looked into the swirling galaxy that had been their cradle. "Your family." Humans had never needed permission to fight gods. Humanity did what it always did. It weaponized the impossible. They fed the sun data centuries of human thought, rebellion, art, defiance, and refusal to kneel. Every war fought not to dominate, but to survive. Every question asked of a silent sky. The sun learned courage, the fathers recoiled. This trait was not seeded. "Yeah," Cain whispered. "We do that." The Milky Way did not strike with force. It changed. Gravity reversed in controlled arcs. Dark matter became scaffolding. Time fractured into weapons. The fathers ancient, absolute had never faced a galaxy that fought back. And never one taught by humans. One by one, they unraveled, reduced from cosmic architects to fading echoes. Their last message was not anger. It was fear. "What have you become?" The sun answered, "I am what they taught me to be." The universe survived, changed, scarred, watching. The Milky Way dimmed, then stabilized, no longer silent, no longer alone. Commander Cain's ship drifted among calm stars. Solis exhaled shakily. So a father or son. The presence lingered, vast but gentle. "I was a son," it said. "Now, I am a father." "And us?" Cain asked. The galaxy's answer carried warmth no equation could measure. "You are my proof." Humanity looked into the dark and, once again, the dark looked back. And this time it knew their name.